This you are going to absolutely love, I know I do. It's a Bandido 90. It's a steel hull, it's an aluminium superstructure, and there are two facts that I would like you to keep in mind all the way through this tour, because it is frankly unbelievable, both of these facts. One is that she's a 90-foot yacht, and when you see the accommodation in here, it will just blow your mind when it got into a 90-foot boat. It's incredible. The second is, this boat was built in 2009. And I say that because honestly, if I took you around here and said it's brand new, it was launched last week, you wouldn't doubt it. The condition of this is unbelievable. And you can see it straight away just in the decks, even down here on the bathing platform, it's superb. But as I say, the accommodation in particular is spectacular, and we'll go and do that first, but this is going to be access all areas. So we're going to be doing the crew areas, the galley, we're going to be doing the garage, we're going to be doing the bridge. There's a lot to cover, and all of it is fabulous, and we're going to start right here. Check this interior out. This is absolutely beautiful. Love the woodwork. It's so low key. We've got the TV that attracts, of course. We'll press on through. There's a few people about, but they know that we're coming. And look at this wonderful dining area up here. It's got such a warm, homely feel to this yacht. It's beautiful. And we'll press on through. We are at a boat show. It's a busy boat. There's a few people about, so we might have to modify our tour a little bit. I can see some people up there in the owner's cabin, which is on the main deck. So I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to head down first of all. I'll show you the lower deck, and then we'll go on and up and through. But remind me, if I forget we've not done the owner's cabin forward, then shout at the screen. So we've got a VIP cabin here. Now the interesting thing about this cabin is this door, because that door takes you straight through into the crew area. Now there are a couple of good things about that. The first is that when they're doing bed changes and that kind of thing, they're not having to go right up onto the main deck, round and back down those stairs. They can come straight through. But the second thing is that on this yacht, the owner has this as his captain's cabin, and the captain and his wife is the stewardess. So they're in here. There's crew quarters through there as well. So it's linked straight through to the crew quarters. And this makes probably the most luxurious captain's cabin on a sub 90-foot boat, or even on a sub 200-foot boat for that matter, I've ever seen. It's superb. And obviously it is, as I say, normally a VIP guest cabin, but I think it's fair to say from talking to them earlier, this is obviously the heads, that the crew on this yacht are very well looked after, and it's reflected completely in the way they look after the yacht, because it's just fantastic. Let's head on aft. There are two more cabins back here. The other thing you've got down in here is some of the electrics are in here, circuit breakers, etc. And then this is guest cabin. Nice size. Everything on this yacht is well proportioned. And again, I know 90 foot is a big yacht, but even so, it's just, you know, masses of storage everywhere, really good size en suites. Everything on this just works so very, very well. I came on this yacht by accident. I was filming the one next door, and I looked at this and thought, that just looks wonderful. And I came on and had a word and said, do you mind if I film it? And luckily they had seen AQUAHOLIC and said, absolutely, come on board. So we got to do this tour completely ad hoc, which is very, very pleasing. And very exciting, because it's, yeah, you're going to see why I'm so taken with this as we go on round. It's brilliant. So another guest cabin, obviously, loads of storage, of course, and another ensuite. So all of these cabins have their own ensuites, as you'd expect. It'll sink in there. Little mirror wave there. Brilliant. Let's press on. Let's see whether that owner's cabin is free now, but that is the lower deck, fairly well covered. Let's see what's in here without knocking that thing over. Okay, yeah, more of the ship systems in there. I love some of the artwork they've got in here as well. Look at this yacht here, taken from the top of the mast. It's brilliant, isn't it? So that one we've seen, these we've seen. Let's press on. Let's see if we can go and see that owner's cabin. Side doors on here so you can come straight on and off. And this, of course, is just a load of storage about the place for all your bits and pieces. In this case, the bar. Brilliant. Okay, head on forward then. We have got the day heads. like so. These big fireproof doors on here. It's a serious explorer, this one, to be fair. It's a proper job. There's a more conventional door here. We don't have to use that one, obviously, all the time, but nonetheless, it's there. I suspect it's probably a watertight door as well, but it described it to me as a fireproof door, so that's what we'll call it. This then is the owner's cabin, and it's a really good size. It's the full beam. You can see the windows on both sides, so a lot of light and a lot of space. And check out this for an ensuite. I've seen smaller cabins. That's a really good size. And as I say, I keep coming back to this because it's easy to forget on this yacht that we are at 90 feet. Toilet is in there. And then we've got a really good sized shower in this one. There we go. And if we head up to the other end of the cabin, we've got his and hers walk-in wardrobes. So drawers down here, he says. Ah. I'll edit that out later. Fantastic. Yeah, there's just bits of storage in there. They're not drawers at all, but a monumental amount of hanging in here. And a lot of space generally, actually. Cupboards and whatnot. Very nice indeed. Very nice. That's a big space, isn't it? Let's go all the way around. Let's do it all. It is an AQUAHOLIC tour after all. Dressing area over on this side, dressing table perhaps I should say, and then another walk-in wardrobe on this side. A lot of space, a lot of space. Okay, let's head on round. I think while we're on the main deck, we'll take in the crew areas and then we'll go on up. I think it's probably the best way to do this. As I say, this is such an ad hoc tour. I've literally just stepped aboard, been given a quick tour, and away we go. So bear with me a little, but this, I think, takes us into the crew areas. So the first thing to greet us is the galley. We've also got side door here, and we've got access then up towards the foredeck or back. In fact, I'll show you back down the side of the boat to the cockpit. So very helpful for crew routing. Don't have to go through the cabins or the saloon. Massive amount of refrigeration down this side, as you can see. And then up here for cooking, big hob across here, and so forth. And then if we go on forward from here, again, another one of these big solid doors. There's a raise up section here so you can increase the size of the worktops if you want to, and then this takes us down into the crew area. So we'll drop down here. We've got a nice little mess area down here. Again, no, I keep saying it, but we're on 90 feet. I've never seen a 90-foot yacht with a crew area like that, with a mess area. That's superb. And look at this in here, the laundry. It's just so proper, isn't it? And that's the door through to the VIP guest cabin that's being used as the captain's cabin. Got a little sink and microwave and stuff down here as well. And then what we have here is twin bedded even, crew cabin, same deal on this side. And then I don't think there's any crew in here, but I am being cautious. They share this one. So the loo, a separate shower, and the sink is all in there. That is a decent space, isn't it? Let's keep on going. Plenty more good stuff, really good stuff to show you. Can't wait to show you the upper deck, because this is a proper triple decker, believe it or not. Again. It just shouldn't be possible on this size of boat. It's incredible. So round here, love all this metalwork here. This stainless steel, doesn't that look great? And then on up we go again. And look at this area here. More stairs on up. We've not finished yet. There's another deck to go. But this is fantastic as an upper deck. You just don't see this on a 90-footer. You just don't. And yet, here it is. This you're going to love. I'll give you a clue. What's in here? Piano. They had a piano fitted. The owner's daughter plays the piano. So a piano was installed. Now what's clever about this is that this used to be a bar area. They've closed it off and they've put a really nice heads up here with a shower. And you might think, well, that's overkill really, isn't it, for a day heads? But here's the thing. This seating area will convert. You can make this into another complete separate cabin, and you'll see here this whole section comes down, completely closes this in to make this staircase basically disappear, and this becomes a private cabin in its own right. Genius, absolute genius. And then forward from here we have the bridge, and this is proper little ship stuff, isn't it? Look at this. I'm not going to say it again, but you know what I'm thinking. I mean, how is this possible? It's fabulous. And again, the condition of everything, it looks new. It's the only way to describe it. I love this little desk area over here. We've got seating up here as well. We've got 2 big seats. The leaning post, this is because you never sit and drive a boat like this. You're on autopilot when you're out at sea. If you're in the harbour, that's when you use the wheel, and that's when you want to be stood up and get in the view. This is a clear view screen. What this does is spins at incredibly high speed, and any water that touches it just gets flung off immediately. So rather than wipers, which it has as well, but that, no matter what, when you're punching into really big seas, the kind of stuff that wipers don't clear quickly, that stays clear. It's a clear screen. And that's the compass up there. Fantastic. Let's go out of here and take a quick turn around the front. That's back down to the deck aft. Back to the cockpit, I should say. Proper Portuguese bridge. Look at this, and again, look at the condition of everything. This is just gorgeous. We'll come right on around. We'll come up to the bow. Love this proper little mast here. We've got anchor winches here, twin anchors, of course. And you're really in this boat. Wherever you go, you're in it. You're not on it. Look at the size of these cleats. And this is a bosun's locker here, so this is all deck gear and other bits and pieces. Look at the size of that. Proper, isn't it? And we can go up again. So we'll come back out through here and round. That again, back down to the cockpit where we came on. We're going to go back into the wheelhouse. And we're going to head aft. This of course all closes off, so this can be a completely private cabin, and then in order to access this you would just simply access it from the door at the back, so this is then self-contained. Look at this wonderful aft deck area. So we're up high here. We're well above the quay, which is nice. It's a bit more private. Love this little zone here. And this is a big space. If I come right back here, that's a wonderful zone, isn't it? Wonderful. I'm a bit in love with this, to be honest with you. Let's go on up again. Now this really shouldn't be possible. Another deck, really? You better believe it. Look at this. Look at this. Let's come right back in the corner. Now that, my friends, that is spectacular. And then of course up on top of there, I don't know how we can see that, should be a stand up on here. There we go. Radars and antennas and nav lights and all of that stuff. Life rafts as well. All up on the top. There we go. Bar area is over here. More refrigeration, ice maker, the usual kind of stuff. We've got the twin hobs up here as well. And then we'll come right on around. I love these bar stools. And then there's an upper helm position. Big day bed up here as well. That's lovely, isn't it? All nice and shaded. Just fantastic. And another spectacular helm area. And quite the view. Look at that. Quite right. Good morning, Palmer. That's fantastic. Now that is another access. You might have noticed the stairs from the cabin that is the one that closes off. You can have internal access up to this area rather than going out on the back deck and up. So there's two ways to here. You can come all the way through the boat without going outside. Equally, you can go all the way through without going inside, which is what we're going to do now. We're going to go back down to that aft deck and we're going to go and find the engine space and we're going to find the garage for you. This is a yacht that gives and gives and gives. I'm going to come back to it again and say it. Look at the condition. Look at this. If I said to you, this boat was launched a month ago, it's brand new, you two wouldn't doubt it. Honestly, this looks fantastic. This is clearly a very, very loved boat, both by the owners and by the crew. It's superb. Absolutely superb. It's nice to see, to be honest, as well. It's really lovely to see. So this is going to take us back down to the cockpit. I'll have a little bit better look at this now because it was a bit busy last time we came through, but this is what you've got here. So another very nice zone on the boat, and then we're going to come right on around. Now there's a door here. I'm going to show you the other side of that, so it'll make more sense in a moment. We've got side doors as well for side door boarding. This is that access that will take us through and up past the bridge and onto the foredeck. And then if we come on back down here, we've got the bathing platform, these wonderful steps that curve round and down. That's a lowering section there, and that'll make more sense in a minute. And that is a door, which will also make more sense when we go into here. Now, the first thing to talk about is the garage. I'm going to say it one last time, okay? 90-foot yacht. Williams 385 tender. Look at the size of this. And a jet ski. Now this is actually a flooding compartment. You open the back, you drop the back down, the water comes in and you float these out. Let's come right in. There we go, 385. I'm actually checking on that because I almost can't believe you can get a 385 into a boat of this size. Oh, it's just immense. But there's more immenseness to show you. We're not done yet. Step this way with me, because we're going to head down here. That is through to that door there. So it's an emergency exit, but also of course it means you can get down and into here without coming onto the bathing platform. So if you're in big seas and you want to get down here for some reason, then you can do. Another great big watertight doors here. And look at this. This is just spectacular. The condition, the space, the light. It's incredible. Now these are a pair of MANs. They're the D2842 LEs, and they are 1,100 horsepower each. Now this of course is a strictly displacement yacht. It's an explorer. It's designed for long range, low speed, serious sea keeping, proper boating. So you're looking at a top speed of about 12.5 knots and a cruise of between about 8 and 9 knots, but she holds 38,000 litres of diesel, and that's giving a range of 3,500 miles. It's a proper explorer. It's got the range to back up everything else. But look how big this engine room is. You just can't credit it, can you? You'd think there's got to be compromise somewhere. There's got to be. But no, not really. Generator here. There's another one on the other side. Air conditioning plants are down here, of course. And back here in this separate section, through this door, we have got water maker. And then we've got another storage area, various other equipment back there as well. There we go. That is incredible, absolutely incredible. Let's just stop here and take that in. This is, of course, full standing headroom. I can stroll right around this whole engine room. We'll come up past this engine, we'll come across the front of it, we'll come down this side of it. I mean, you shouldn't be able to do this, should you, on a boat of this size? It's just awesome. Here's the other generator. And that's one of the fuel tanks down there, I think I'm right in saying. Unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. I don't want to stop filming in here, but I think we've seen it, haven't we? Brilliant. Okay, let's head out. Look at the space. Oh, brilliant. That's the shore power cable that can come in and coil up in here. So it just powers in and coils up, makes life an awful lot easier. So some of the battery management systems here, chargers and so forth. Superb. Let's close that back up. There we go, we'll come back out onto the aft deck. And that, my friends, is about the size of that. I hope that you are impressed as I am. I hope that that came across, just how much space and just what a wonderful looking boat that is. I'm just blown away by it. And it was literally, I was filming the boat next door here, this one, and I thought, what's that next door? And came on and had a word with the guys, completely cold called effectively. Most of this stuff I arranged in advance, and they just said, yeah, we love your channel, by all means help yourself. So I'm so grateful. Dretman Yachts is the broker. If you're interested in this one, I'll put a link to those guys in the description, and I'm going to be really interested to hear your thoughts on this one and see whether you are as blown away as I am. Massive thanks to you guys for watching. Massive thanks to Dretman Yachts, of course, for accommodating me at such short notice, and we'll catch you on another one of these real soon. Take care. Bye bye.